Alright guys, this is Tino Martinez. I built this character around the idea of a paladin that could fight all evil in the game, so kind of a role-playing mindset, but it's a hybrid that can PvP and PvM. So this build is definitely not meta, but I've found it to be a lot of fun, and that's number one in my book. So we've got Holy Aspect. Holy Aspect gives you a bonus to your chivalry, which I like to use to put points into PvP skills. So for this build, that's a really good aspect. Uh, you could do something like Frost instead, as long as you put more points into chivalry and make sure you use links to get your melee swing speed up to 50%. But I feel like Frost would be pretty awesome. So for skills, I've got chivalry at 100, mace fighting at 100, tactics at 100, anatomy 90, resisting spells 90, arm slower 80, healing 80, parrying 80. If you wanted to go more of the PVM route, you could probably drop anatomy and resist down to 80 and put 20 more points into chivalry. You could switch arm slower for alchemy or for focus, and that would give you a really nice PVM bonus, but it's not critical in my opinion. As far as links, you got to have the melee special chance, special damage links. Get the first 10 of those you can. I went with, for the next row, melee damage, ignore armor chance. If you went with a swords build, you could put damage to bleeding creatures here. And then for my extra links, basically I put chivalry so that I had more PVM on my chain, so I could put more PvP skills in my skills. And I've got 2 melee swing speed links to make sure that I have 50% swing speed at all times. So this character's strengths is it can farm any mob that casts very fast, very efficiently, and you can make a lot of money. Weaknesses, against bosses, he's going to struggle with the burst damage that they do. At least that's been my experience. So you're not going to be a mainline tank with this guy, but you can still get up there in damage because he's got all the skills you need for that. So just be mindful if you're doing bosses. In PvP, strategy is always going to be kiting, staying alive, and hoping other people jump on the PK as you're fighting them. He's very survivable, and PKs are going to come at him probably the wrong way, thinking it's a PVM character, so you should try to use that to your advantage. But 1v1, it's a struggle, and you have to be patient, and you have to stay alive as long as possible. Typically, I'll grab a interrupt weapon, so like a fast swinging weapon of vanquishing when I go farming. And if you pull that out on a mage that doesn't have parrying, it's gonna wipe them out pretty fast if they're not ready for it. So anyway, just something to consider. If you have any comments or any ideas you want to send me, please send them to me. Thank you.